Kia ora on Facebook. Hope you guys are doing well out there. I wanted to talk today about really common misconceptions that I notice happen in sales conversations. And it doesn't really have anything to do with your script, although it is this strange, funny thing that does happen. Let me make sure. Facebook. Yes, hope you guys. And it doesn't really have anything. So what I notice when people sort of say, hey, can you check out my sales conversations or my sell by chat? And it happens in the first sort of few minutes. I can sense the power dynamics are all off. I think what happens is when you're not really in a solid place with what it is that you're offering, and sometimes people really think they are, but sorry to break it to you. I'm sorry to break it to you, but I can see this sense of enthusiasm that happens in your sales conversations because you're really, really excited that this person might be giving you money. And that energy puts people off. It puts people off because it's very much like, right? Like I was walking through the plaza the other day and this guy was standing there and he was like, yes, yes, yes. He goes, oh, kia ora e hoa. He goes, haramai. And he's like, oh, what part of New Zealand are you from? And then I saw his shirt and he was just trying to sell insurance. I was like, dude, nobody is going to act like that except if you're trying to sell me something. And like, shame on you trying to use that as the thing that, you know, tries to create some level of rapport, right? People can sense in genuine rapport, and you might actually be really excited this person might be the one to give you money, but it's kind of also just like dating. You know, if a dude's coming off too keen and trying to get into your pants straight away, you immediately don't want it might be really nice, but you're probably going to be put off, right? So the concept of auditioning clients is a really hard one for a lot of very heart-centered practitioners to really grasp and understand. So sometimes people feel like I already thought I was auditioning a client, and it's actually not an embodied conviction. It's not really like, hey, I've got something really, really awesome on the other side of this conversation, and I'm trying to figure out if you're a match, right? It's like, hey, you know, I've got something really awesome in these panties, and I've got to make sure that you're actually a match and you're worthy, right? So just like you wouldn't want to come all like, you know, super desperate or like, I'm not like other girls, you know, but sort of like coming up a little bit single white female or stalkerish. If you've got this over enthusiasm infused into your scripts, into the way you sell your product, you just end up coming off needy, trying too hard. There's a level of convincing, persuading, and it means that you'll always be sucked into the way that you sell is dependent on how energized you feel, and you kind of, it's almost like hooking yourself up to the blood bags in Mad Max, right? It's like you're getting sucked out by your sales system, so you require somebody else to mirror back that same enthusiasm. Otherwise it will start draining your energy, and that's what leads to burnout. You don't want to have that, so you've got to be protective of your energy. One of the first things about really auditioning clients is like, you have to have this sense of, I'm just checking to see if you're the right fit and I can actually help you. Okay. So if you're coming in like with heaps of exclamation marks in your sell by chat, or, you know, hey, gorgeous, hey, beautiful, or yay, awesome, or epic, you know, I've made all those mistakes before. But if you come into that and the person's like, kind of like, what, like chill out. It's going to be like the dude trying to sell you something in the plaza. You'll be immediately suspicious. Even if he was going to offer me a really awesome deal, I'm immediately put off. So making sure that you are ensuring that you're coming from a perspective of, not from scarcity, not from lack, not from worried if you're going to get rejected, not from trying to prove yourself, but just coming from, are we a good fit first and foremost? Are you in a position that I know I can actually help you? And if you're doing a lot of those reaching out conversations, then you're probably putting yourself in situations where people aren't going to value you. And it does take a knock to your enthusiasm. And if you actually are really really expert at what you do, and you actually give people really great results, and you charge a premium, if you're suddenly now in this place where people are not valuing you, that erodes your own self-confidence. It's not a fun place to be. So make sure that you match. This is what building rapport, genuine rapport is actually building the other person's, matching their pacing, matching where they're at, not trying to like escalate them up to being excited that they're talking to a salesperson. Whenever somebody calls you on the phone back in the day, or I suppose it still happens now, but if somebody's overly enthusiastic, you would hang up with them because you're trying to sell me something. So I guess really coming from that place of connection, first and foremost. And I think also because I use magnetic attraction, direct response marketing, why would I be in somebody's inbox like trying to make all these weird, disingenuous connections, when I could spend more time delivering value, like in a video like this, where the people who resonate with me will seek me out. Cool, awesome. Like, I don't want to have to filter through, 50 people every time before I can find the 5 people that match with me. No, like, I want to help people find me more easily. So step 1 is to ensure that you're looking for a correct fit first. Step 2 is to make sure you're matching the other person's level of enthusiasm. And as you start, working through that, those, questions, and realizing you are a good match, and they start getting excited, you can start getting excited then too, okay? And the final one is really the concept of stretching the gap. Once I said this, something really embarrassing in a business meeting. I said it to Kylie. I said, stretch the gap, like a perineal massage. And the instructor was like, what did you say? And so because my bestie thinks it's really hilarious, of course I said it in front of a room of 200 people. I was like, you stretch the gap like a perineal massage, stretching your tweeny bit. But yeah, maybe in a room with like 50-year-old dudes, maybe it wasn't super received that well. But anyway, I thought it was hilarious, and so did Carl. So making sure that you stretch the gap, which really means that you're comparing where somebody is right now and contrasting them with where they want to be. And where they want to be is somewhere that they haven't been before, but you should know where that is. So it's like they're on their struggle street and you're on Pleasure Island. And you need to articulate what that can be, and you will always know that it's easier to get there and way better once you live there than they will ever know. So you have to set that picture for them. You have to, it's like, yeah, I can help you get that result in this little time. Yeah, I can help you, do it so much faster and go have heaps more stuff that you want with heaps of less stuff that you don't want. But you have to articulate that and then enroll them into that. Is that what you want? Right? You have to really say how great it is on Pleasure Island, and is that what you want? That's really the ability to create tension and help somebody see that they're not where they're at, and take charge as you being the person who can facilitate that. That requires a lot of strength, backing oneself, and that's the ability of a sales queen. It's very different to the energy of the delivery queen, who's got no boundaries up. It's kind of like the sales queen is at the front of the house, just asking questions and interviewing and making sure that you're a good fit to come into the dinner party. Maybe there's even some hors d'oeuvres out the front there saying, is this what you like? Is this what you like? And then the delivery queen gets to be the hostess with the mostess. So in the delivery, in the expanse of delivery, now sure, there are boundaries, meaning you can't just, I don't know why I come up with these analogies. You can't just go and do poo in the corner, okay? Somebody came the other day, some friends of my in-laws, and they brought 3 of their little dogs. Don't bring your dogs to my house with my children and your little dogs are running around. So there are boundaries within your delivery queen, hostess with the mostess, once you bring somebody over for a dinner party. But for the most part, there's like, yes, of course, unlimited coffee and tea and beautiful plates of food, and let's enjoy. And there's no need pretension, no pretenses, and no, like, we don't need to create the tension of like how great it's going to be, because we're going to be enjoying how great it's going to be. So I hope that's helped with all those colorful dynamics and analogies of really understanding it doesn't mean auditioning clients doesn't mean you break your system. It doesn't mean that you go and do things different that feel really inauthentic. It doesn't mean you have to put extra forms. It doesn't mean that you have to like kind of like, be a bodyguard or a security guard. You just have to have this level of like protection around your energy and ensuring that you're not setting yourself up for this kind of like bloodbath or like needy Tinder dating experience. I've got some cool things coming up and excited to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and look forward to helping and chatting with you about your sales script soon. Okay.